It's me, Coach Kevin. And I set this timer because I'm on the road. Do you know where I am? The Albany Library. We just had a staff meeting at Marin Elementary, and I got to see their new school. But I decided instead of going all the way back to the classroom to record this, I can do this here because it's the magic of technology. And I decided to wear my helmet because I'm Coach Kevin now, and Mr. Corcoran would never record one of these with a helmet on. Blah, blah, blah. All right, 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Today gave me much happiness and joy. The students really stepped up. I had a very difficult day yesterday. Some of it was just my poor sleep. As I told your class, no, my class, your students, your children, my students, sorry. Um, I worry about all of the kids in my class, and when it looks like they're having a hard time, I don't always let it go very well. It like stays in my mind and in my heart. So anyway, long story short, today was much better. Um, so I added it into here. I put gorillas make me happy. Oops, these are my the slideshows. The slideshow. So for puzzling emotions, I put gorillas. Gorillas make me happy. They're smart, powerful, gentle, graceful, and smart. They also show compassion to others and are very empathetic and sensitive. When humans tease them, they feel stressed and get sick. That makes me angry. So, students, if you want, you can also click something and jump to another slide. And then look, I put a little baby. That's me. Don't tease animals. So, feel free to keep adding images, colors, but look how, see how these images are small? Putting something like a large image and then putting things in front of other things. I show the class how to put images either further in the back or in the foreground. So we'll keep tinkering with that. But again, class, you want the not just the typeface to look like the feeling, but you want the images too. Speaking of that, I read these articles about how people persuade others either to purchase something, to buy a product. So families, if you want, I thought these were really helpful, and then you could have a discussion with your child if you so wish about how our attention is constantly being sought after. Oh, I'm rambling. Okay, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So speaking of feelings, it was amazing. One student chose this book for read aloud today, and it was all about creatures full of feelings. And these creatures, like the green one was sad, and the purple one was like joyful. So it was a great authors, this author and illustrator, they were trying they want the reader to feel things. So again, storytellers, not just salespeople, use colors and feelings. Using Clever, I really want to encourage logging in through Google. I heard feedback from a family that logging in through Google and then going straight to Clever allows them to access all of this. There was even some students who they asked when they were done with their project, can we go to TCI? What's TCI, you ask? It's what we're using for California Changes as an enrichment. They can also front load, like students can learn things in advance. We did this one in class, community cleanup, and students also did picture maker. But one of my favorite questions was a student asked, Coach Kevin, do you know Jeopardy? And I about jumped out of my seat. Do I know Jeopardy? Like, yeah, Jeopardy's big in our household. So, yep. Oh, the other thing I like about it, I just learned today, I can see when the students do this, what percentage of students, all right, I can see what they're doing well or not well as a class. They all knew that a blizzard, I like this, they all knew that blizzard is not a California natural region. Well, 90% of them did. Okay, on to math. Happy numbers. Monday was a good week. 12 people used it. Yesterday and today is 7 combined. Maybe people are going to be using it tonight. That's always a great thing. Among other things, the happy numbers will read if students have gaps. So if there's an addition or place values gap in their knowledge, it'll bring them back to like the base level kindergarten first. Once they learn that, then they can move on. What about here? Oh, I'm also going to find out about, once we get closer to conferences, I can download parent reports if you're not able to view that. and I can put that in a folder for you so you can access that. I also, that's 5 minutes. Kind of talking too much. All right, I'll try to wrap this up. Happy numbers. Oh, today in the math training at Marin, I learned that there's some printables so we can practice the algorithm that Happy Numbers uses for subtraction. They also have one for rounding. I thought this was interesting. The person on the left says, to compare, I round to the thousands. Both cities have that 11,000 people. Person on the right says, oh, you can't compare like that. I'll round it to hundreds. Well, respectfully, you can compare like that. It's just a little less precise. I know it's nitpicky, but I do that sometimes. So yeah, we're gonna do some of that. This is still week 4, but we're doing the same thing every week. 30 minutes minimum writing, 30 minutes minimum reading, 60 minutes combined of IXL, Reflex, and Happy Numbers. And we have a bike day. Speaking of bikes, we have a bike day on October 3rd, and I'm seeing if they need parent chaperones to help out that day, and they might. Speaking of chaperones, I'm thinking about Wednesday, Monday, week 10, October 16th, walking to Albany Hill or the Albany Bulb. That would be dependent on chaperones. So if you're interested in coming along to either or both, if you're available all day, great. In the past, I've done Albany Hill, and we're done by lunch. So if you can help out until lunch and then depart, that's great too. And I mentioned in the email here, if anybody has any ideas to put on the rice, because the rice is very popular, and not everybody in the class is a meat eater, and Spam has all kinds of meat. So if anybody has any ideas, and notice here in this picture, I have those large sheets of seaweed. Those are great for making musubi like that. And we can make an extra, so my chef, Room 19 chef, they have to help me remember we can make this, refrigerate it, and then that way we don't have to like make and prep it every day. It can be in the fridge for like a grab-and-go snack. And that is it. Coming to you almost live. Well, I'm recording this live from Albany Community Center. Hope you're all doing well. Aloha. Au revoir.